Here I am, 4:30 in the morning, so I hadn't better speak too loud. And I'm back in East Meon. So this is the earliest I've ever started. I don't want to wake the neighbours, so I'm not speaking too loud. But this is where I left off the walk for South Downs Way last Saturday. Now it's a week on, and I'm back, and I'm heading this direction, Canfield direction, but I'm going towards a place called Cocking. It's going to be a busy one, 20 miles probably, or not that much short of 20 miles, I don't know exactly. So that's why I'm setting off so early. Early morning sheep. Got lots of grass in there, haven't they? As you can see, as you go through the trees, it's very, very dark still. So I've come out the other side of the wood, and now it's a bit brighter. I can actually see where I'm going now. Wouldn't get your car up here, would you? You might get your horse up here, but even then it's quite slippery today because of the rain we've had. You can see very slippery. Right on cue, wasn't it? Right on cue. Why don't we film the sheep instead? Helps you what intention. First glimpse of the sun today. So on this side you've got a very peaceful cornfield. And this is the view on the other side. Walking through the car park, you can see early morning dog walkers. About 3 cars are here and 2 behind me. Got the view back to where I've come from. Over through there is East Meon somewhere. So here we are. I have found the sign. There you go, South Downs Way. You can see behind me it's misty up here on Butser Hill, and you can see the scenery over there, still slightly misty, but I'm really happy, made really good progress to get here, and onward we go. Quite a nice thing to do, quite a nice way to do it, do these walks in a weekly stage rather than doing like 7 days solid. You don't get sore then. Haven't had any sores on my feet at all, no blisters. I've had no plaster on any feet or any toe or anything. In Elizabeth Country Park, I've always wondered about this place, driven past it, driven past the sign for years. I mean, when I say years, I mean 35 years almost. I've driven past this sign, but I've never turned in here. That's the A3 you can hear behind me, so it's on the busy road down to Portsmouth, London to Portsmouth. And then this is the Woodland. I've checked the map. I've walked a good 5 miles to get here, which is pretty good considering the hills and everything, in a couple of hours. And now it's about 10 miles to Cocking, which is my main destination on the walk. So you can't smell it, but I can smell it. Lovely smell of freshly cut timber. This is more like what I remember from walking in January and February. Also, they've got a lot of machinery coming through here to do all this forestry commission work. And the rain is just very lightly coming down. You probably can't see it. It's like that type of fine mist rain that you don't really notice, but it can still make you damp all over. So I'm going to I've even brought an umbrella. What a day tripper. Interesting setup, isn't it, over there? Look at that. So you can have your own tent on your roof. It's not bad, is it? What do you think? I've not seen that before. Another day trip idea, isn't it? You sleep on the roof. I suppose there's a lot for that, isn't there? It's better than probably better than a camper van, isn't it? Sometimes when it's damp and raining, you do have to dig a little bit deeper, determined to keep going, but it's all good. There was just a group of cyclists that just went past me, you know, really fast. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, and then it happens quite often actually, but I didn't say anything. But you know, I just about a mile down the road, they'd all stopped fixing a puncture or something, and I just walked past them slowly, and I was very tempted to say, have you read the story of the hare and the tortoise? But I didn't know if how they'd react, because they probably weren't that amused that you got a puncture. But anyway, the moral of that story is that you can set off at breakneck speed, but in actual fact you will probably complete more if you just maintain a steady pace and keep going. So that's what I'm doing. At the tree house, it's the second one. There was one on the first day on the South Downs Way, and now there's one on the second day. And the properties on the market, if you're interested, probably includes the tree house. After walking another few miles on the bridle way, I've now got this view. This farmer's not going to be very happy, is he? He's just cut his hay probably a few days ago, and now he's got this rain. So hopefully it'll dry out, but it's the last thing you want, because the grass or the hay begins to sort of rot if it's down too long. I remember that from many years ago. So, but I think warmer weather next week, so hopefully he'll get his hay done then. But the farmer wants to cut his hay, sunshine for a few days, and then get it into the barn. You don't want to leave it on the ground in the rain. But now I'm 4 hours into this walk. So I started at 4:30, now it's 8:30. Because I've been up since 3 o'clock, it does feel like midday. That's how I feel now, but it's only 8:30 in the morning. Can you believe it? It looks a lot more promising now in terms of views. Looks like getting on the actual downs and on the ridge, so we should get some panoramic views going up as well. So this is going to be really good, and this is like awesome view, isn't it? It's all the way around almost, well, at least a 180. This is definitely the best view of the day, definitely so far anyway. But it makes it all worthwhile when you get up here and you see these views. It's getting a bit more challenging now. I've got to climb this huge hill. Never mind, it'll be a lovely view at the top. Vantage point, Harting down, and you can see all the places here. Buster Hill, remember that was 6 miles away. Winchester 30 miles away, so that's how far I've walked last Saturday and today so far. 30 miles from Winchester. Eastbourne is 69 miles, so 69 miles to go on the South Downs Way. Just stopping for a few minutes. It is now, it's not that late, it's only 20 past 10, but it's time for my lunch after being on the go for so long. It'll be 6 hours in a minute, so I've probably got another 3 miles to go, so it's not too bad. Then probably another 2 miles after that to get to the bus. But anyway, so I'm having my usual sardine sandwich, which is an old favourite. No time to cook today. It does take a bit of time if you're going to bring the stove, so I didn't bring the stove. Just a nice sandwich for me today, but that will keep me going until I get to the town. 3 miles to go. It's brighter, so I'm going down to the final sort of leg of this walk. Got some woodland on the right hand side, and then we've got long distant views on the left hand side over the rest of Hampshire. I suppose that will be straight ahead now. That is my destination. We approach the main road. Wouldn't it be wonderful if there was a bus stop? Oh, that would just really be nice now, but I'd be surprised, but you never know. If there was, that would be fantastic. And if there was a bus stop, even better if there was a bus, because a bus stop doesn't mean to say there'd be a bus, because the buses are a bit sparse on Saturdays. My legs don't really want to walk that much further, unfortunately. But there's a bus. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Just as I said, there's a bus. The bus stop's there. So I've literally missed that bus. I've literally missed that bus by 1 minute. I had no idea there was a bus going this way. And out here there's probably like one bus every day or something. So this is the village of Cocking. So who knows what's going to be here? Maybe something. Maybe a taxi firm. I don't think so. Not sure if they can still see out, can they? Oh, they do have Saturday buses. They go every half an hour, so the next one is at 12 minutes past 12, so I've only got to wait 13 minutes. You have to wear a mask on the bus, so this is me now, otherwise you're not allowed on. I'm on the bus and I'm now in Midhurst. I'm now trying to find a taxi. I've got more chance of getting one in a town than a little village in the middle of nowhere. I got back. It's like deja vu. It's like this time last week I was here, remember? Back in East Meon. So now I'm heading back. That's the end of today's day tripper. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next week when I'll be walking from Cocking towards Arundel direction. So bye for now, and thanks again.